EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Houston. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Look the hot, look the hot.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man, left side. He's got it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll motion over Pierce. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside.
Here we go.
Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
That complete to Jacobs. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
All right, right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
11. Get set.
Back to throw, Burrow. This one is caught by Reed. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here we go. 11 MT.
Burrow now to throw on first down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now second down throw for Burrow. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here we go.
Here's Jacobs. Powering forward. He's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Already.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A ball deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
First-hand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
On second down, Stroud. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
In motion now, it's Collins. That's down the field for Lamb. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that'll set up fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
On one, ready?
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
The open man is Reed. He's got it. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Now a 3rd and 2. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. God.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
That one complete to Pierce. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, Burrow. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And the Packers are going to have themselves a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line. A first down on a gain of 11.
On one, ready?
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
Off the read, here's Burrow. And he will take it in himself. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Packers. Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers extend their advantage to 14-3. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one. The end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
All right.
Here's Stroud. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Here's Stroud. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. It is a big-time play for Houston. 31 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to...
This is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Packers will take over at their own 15.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
A first down throw for Burrow. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he's taken down up past the 35. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the time...
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that is what you want. No, sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline, and he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 29. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Houston. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
A tight end in motion now. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 6.
11 empty.
Burrow now. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and the visitors from Green Bay out on top. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway.
Gun. Shot.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They're going to have it 1st and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 65 yards. 5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
They go play action for Burrow. That is caught by the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay. Here's Bates for the extra point. And this one is blocked. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
11.
Throwing is Stroud. Open man, left side. He's got it. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Texans. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Packers.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Burrow. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Gun. Stop. Stop.
Now, Burrow. That complete to Jacobs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points. This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up, and until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
Quick throw, taken in, and the Packers are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Packers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go. 19 taxi.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Whoa. Puggy.
To throw is Stroud. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers are able to extend the lead.
Texans 17.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away.
The Texans take over 1st down at their own 30-yard line.
Oh, ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Throw out wide, they set up the screen for Collins. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go. Let's go. Hey, south, south, south.
Here's Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
All right.
At the Packers' 32-yard line.
Stroud to throw. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
That's another Houston Texans.
Now a handoff running right. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
All right.
At the 16-yard line.
Why, Tony? Tonight.
Stroud gonna set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Stroud. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
Wow, for tonight. Tonight. 11.
Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow working in the pistol. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's get set. 11, Thomas.
Throwing is Burrow. Off balance throw. It's complete. To the 20. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here first and 10. Now Stroud. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for 2.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
That's out quickly and complete. And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's into the end zone yet again. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year.
Makes the score Packers 48, Texans 25.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Oh, right. Hey, uno. 19 Texas.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Checking it down. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. But somehow it comes right back to him. And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. Clock is stopped. 55 seconds remaining here in the game. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Stroud. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. Inside the 40. And he's going to make it all the way to the end zone. How about a pick 2? 2 points going the other way. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he...
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Packers tack on one more to their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Why, Tony? Go, go. Look the hot, 11.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. In motion now, it's Collins. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Buggy.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. And for the 4th time today, he has been... And now he loses the football. The Packers have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, Great job by the defense taking that one away.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And make that a 5th straight victory, as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading